Get ready for an intense legal battle. Melania Trump, the former First Lady of the United States, is suing the hosts of The View for a massive $100 million defamation lawsuit. This high-stakes case has the potential to significantly impact the entertainment and media industries, and it's already generating a lot of buzz. Brace yourselves, as this story is about to get even more captivating. Melania Trump has filed a lawsuit against the host of The View over controversial remarks made during a recent episode. This is not a typical celebrity dispute, but a high-stakes legal battle that could significantly impact how the media treats public figures, including the former First Lady. The lawsuit was prompted by comments made by the show's hosts during a discussion about Melania Trump's time as First Lady. The commentators' opinions about the situation were very critical and provocative. One host even implied that Melania was not enthusiastic about her responsibilities as First Lady and did not want to be married to Donald Trump in the first place. These are some extremely bold and direct statements about someone's private life. The discussion rapidly deteriorated into a series of criticisms about Melania's personal decisions and actions while residing in the White House. They thoroughly examined everything from her renovations of the White House to her stance on Christmas customs. One host even went so far as to suggest that Melania was indifferent to the responsibilities of her role, portraying her as resentful and dissatisfied with the expectations placed upon her. Naturally, these types of remarks did not sit well with Melania. Melania is known for keeping her personal life private, especially compared to other public figures. When personal attacks were made against her, she was reportedly furious and quickly took legal action. Melania filed a defamation lawsuit against the hosts of The View, claiming that their statements were not only false, but also significantly damaging to her reputation. This is not just about hurt feelings or a public relations move. It's about protecting her image and preventing the spread of false and harmful narratives about her. Melania is not letting the unfounded claims against her go unchecked. Unlike many public figures in similar positions, she is not taking a passive approach by simply issuing a brief statement or ignoring the controversy. Instead, she is taking legal action by filing this lawsuit, which sends a strong message that she is unwilling to tolerate falsehoods about her character. Melania is actively fighting for accountability in a significant manner. This lawsuit is not just about a celebrity dispute, but rather a more significant issue regarding what can and cannot be said about public figures. The case raises critical questions about the boundaries of free speech, media responsibility, and the protection of personal reputations. Melania's legal battle could set a precedent for how future defamation cases involving public figures are handled, and it could significantly impact how media outlets, such as talk shows, approach controversial or speculative stories about politicians, celebrities, and their families. This lawsuit could lead to a reevaluation of what content is deemed acceptable on shows like The View and other major media outlets. This may result in a more cautious approach when discussing the private lives of public figures. However, this could also spark debates about the potential negative impact on free speech, especially when it comes to discussing the lives of those in the public eye. Interestingly, this lawsuit comes as Donald Trump is making news for unrelated reasons, and some believe this legal action could be a strategic move by Melania Trump. This lawsuit could be a deliberate attempt by Melania to regain media attention, particularly given the extensive coverage of Donald Trump's controversies and legal issues in the news. It's possible that Melania's lawsuit is part of a broader strategy to reassert her presence in the media. However, the specific comments that prompted Melania to take legal action are worth discussing. One of the most astonishing and controversial moments in recent political discourse happened when a television host claimed that First Lady Melania Trump strongly dislikes her husband, President Donald Trump, and no longer wishes to live with him. These kinds of highly personal and speculative statements about the private lives of public figures are not only incredibly invasive, but also have the potential to be very damaging, both to the individuals involved and to the political process as a whole. For many viewers watching the segment, it was a moment where they had to rewind and double check to ensure that they had heard the host's claims correctly. The sheer boldness and lack of substantiation behind these types of comments left a significant portion of the audience in a state of disbelief. It's a case where the boundary between subjective opinion and harmful, unverified rumor becomes incredibly hazy and blurred. What has been particularly surprising to many observers is the speed and decisiveness with which Melania Trump has chosen to respond to these allegations, rather than allowing the claims to simply fade fade from the public consciousness, the First Lady has opted to take direct legal action in an effort to combat the spread of what she and her team clearly view as defamatory and unfounded information. This strong, proactive response has caught many off guard, as public figures, especially those in the political sphere, often choose to simply ignore or downplay such rumors rather than engaging with them directly. The host's statements about the Trump's marriage have ignited a firestorm of debate and discussion, with some arguing that the media has an obligation to report on matters related to the first family, while others contend that such gossip-driven narratives represent a new low in political journalism. Ultimately, this incident underscores the highly charged and often controversial nature of contemporary political discourse, where the line between acceptable commentary and unacceptable invasion of privacy continues to be a source of significant tension and controversy. Prominent individuals often choose to handle sensitive situations with a measured and cautious approach. Many would opt to release a carefully crafted statement or simply remain silent, avoiding the potential for further escalation or unwanted attention. However, Melania Trump is not following the typical playbook in this case. Instead of resorting to the conventional tactics often employed by high-profile figures, she is taking a more proactive and assertive stance. Melania has decided to address this matter directly by taking legal action. The fact that she is willing to invest a substantial amount of money in this endeavor underscores the gravity of the situation from her perspective. It is evident that she is determined to address this issue head-on, recognizing the potential long-term implications for her personal and public reputation. This legal battle is not merely a fleeting publicity move or a knee-jerk reaction. Melania and her legal team have carefully considered the weight and significance of the comments in question, and they have concluded that decisive action is necessary to protect her interests. By choosing to pursue this course through the legal system, Melania is sending a clear message that the impact of these remarks extends far beyond a minor media dispute or a temporary public relations challenge. At the heart of this matter lies Melania's unwavering commitment to safeguarding her personal and professional integrity. She understands that the public perception of her can have far-reaching consequences, not only for her own well-being, but also for her ability to effectively fulfill her roles and responsibilities. This legal battle, therefore, represents a strategic and resolute effort to defend her reputation and ensure that the record is set straight. Moreover, Melania's decision to take this matter to court speaks to her personal sense of justice and her belief in the power of the legal system to provide a fair and impartial platform for addressing such challenges. She is willing to invest the time, resources, and energy necessary to ensure that her voice is heard and her position is clearly articulated, demonstrating her determination to protect her reputation and stand up for her rights. This highly anticipated case could raise profound and far-reaching questions about the delicate balance between the media's role in informing the public, the personal privacy rights of public figures, and the boundaries of free speech. It has the potential to redefine the complex and often contentious relationship between celebrity, politics, and the press. At the heart of the matter is the fundamental question of whether individuals who have chosen to occupy positions of prominence and public interest can reasonably expect the same level of personal privacy as ordinary citizens. The outcome of this case could establish a new precedent that could dramatically impact how the media covers the lives and affairs of celebrities, politicians, and other high-profile individuals. If Melania Trump is successful in her lawsuit, it could significantly curtail the media's ability to report on the personal lives of public figures, potentially chilling investigative journalism and leading to a more sanitized, controlled flow of information to the public. Critics argue that this could infringe on the public's right to know about the private conduct and character of those who hold positions of power and influence. Conversely, proponents of Melania's case contend that public figures deserve a reasonable expectation of privacy, especially when it comes to matters that do not directly impact their professional roles or the public interest. They argue that the constant glare of media attention and the erosion of personal boundaries can have serious psychological and emotional consequences, and that public figures should not be forced to sacrifice their dignity and right to a private life. The case also raises complex questions about the line between free speech and defamation. Media outlets will be closely watching the proceedings, as the outcome could reshape the legal landscape surrounding libel, slander, and the permissible boundaries of reporting on the personal lives of public figures. Experts predict that the ramifications of this case could reverberate throughout the entertainment industry and beyond, potentially changing the way the media approaches sensitive personal stories about famous individuals and their families. The controversy surrounding the case case itself also reflects the deep-seated tensions and differing perspectives on this issue. While some believe Melania is using the lawsuit as a publicity stunt, others argue that she is rightfully defending her reputation and establishing a necessary barrier to protect her personal privacy. This divisive debate underscores the complexity of the challenges at the heart of this high-profile legal battle. The truth regarding acceptable media practices likely lies somewhere in the middle, as there are valid arguments on both sides of this contentious debate. On one hand, the media plays a crucial role in informing the public and holding those in power accountable, which can sometimes necessitate the coverage of personal or controversial matters. The public's right to know and the media's role as a watchdog should be respected and protected. On the other hand, public figures, especially those in the political sphere, have a reasonable expectation of privacy, and the relentless pursuit of sensational stories can cross ethical boundaries and infringe on their fundamental human rights. This lawsuit is particularly significant as it highlights the delicate balance between these competing principles. Melania Trump, as the First Lady of the United States, is undoubtedly a public figure, but she has also expressed concerns about the media's tendency to intrude into her personal life and that of her family. The case is shining a spotlight on the need to establish clear guidelines and boundaries for media coverage, ensuring that the pursuit of newsworthy information does not come at the expense of an individual's right to privacy and dignity. As this case progresses through the courts, all attention will be on both Melania and the media to see how the legal system responds to her claims. This is not just about monetary compensation, it's about establishing a new standard for how the media can discuss and cover public figures, particularly those in the political sphere. If Melania prevails, it could lead to a significant shift in how talk shows, news outlets, and entertainment programs handle controversial topics involving celebrities and politicians, potentially ushering in a more nuanced and ethically conscious approach to media coverage. The drama is only just beginning, and we'll be here to keep you informed as it unfolds. This case has the potential to reshape the media landscape, setting a precedent that will reverberate far beyond the courtroom. The outcome will have profound implications for the delicate balance between the public's right to information and the individual's right to privacy, ultimately determining the future of media practices in the digital age. In your opinion, does Melania have the right to take legal action, or could this establish a risky precedent for media freedom? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you, and don't forget to subscribe to stay informed about the latest developments. This is a story that will be discussed for a long time, and we'll be here to provide all the twists, turns, and updates. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay engaged, stay informed, and we'll see you again with more breaking news on Melania, The View, and the other surprising aspects of this saga. Take care, everyone.